Hello, AWVR fan. Welcome to the stream. We're rail fanning on the CSX Erie West subdivision, as you can tell by the title. I don't know how good the quality is for you. It looks fine on my phone right now, but I'm not sure what it is for you. Mainly, I'm live streaming right now just to tell you guys, first a rail fan also, but tell you guys kind of about what's a surprise on July 1st, maybe, hopefully. But on the 1st of July, I'm going to be riding Amtrak's auto train down to Sanford, Florida. So tomorrow we're going to take the trip down to Lorton, Virginia, which is nearby Washington, D.C., and go down to Florida. We have a groundhog crossing the tracks. I don't know how well you guys are you're going to be able to see it, but there's a groundhog crossing the tracks. All I got with me is my phone, binoculars, and a can of Coke, because I'm thirsty. Have you posted anything on your second channel you made, your workplace? I don't think I've gotten any notifications on that on your second channel. The tracks are really low here. I'm not used to it because I rail fan down the tracks that way over like, I don't know, 2 to 3 miles that way. So that's the town I live in over there. And the tracks are much higher, the ballast. And I don't do live streams anymore there because the quality is so bad. There's no service. Because that's all just game lands over there where people hunt. So it's just no signal over there. I don't know how good the quality it is here. I was watching my first stream I've ever done, and the quality, it was here. The quality seemed pretty good, seemed watchable, but I don't know. That's my grandpa. Not yet. Look down the signals. Signals on the second track there are red, like usual. The signals over there, I can't tell if it was yellow or red. I have to look again. Kind of covered by the trees a little bit. They look red, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think it's like blinking red. I hate it. One of my viewers, his mom wouldn't let him see a unit.
Hi.
I don't know. My mom's pretty much the same way. So I have to, text my dad, hey, can I go see this unit? He'll take me. My dad's cool.
I don't know how this shit came from.
What?
These fucking branches.
I don't know. I think they.
These are my fucking cones.
Yeah, it sucks you didn't get to see a -7 too. I don't think I've ever seen a -7 run ever. So that kind of sucks. I love -7s so much. -8s and 7s are amazing. One reason why I'm a real fan of the Providence and Worcester Railroad. I don't know why, but the rails look so odd. Look at that. I don't know why the rails look like that. They're pretty. I mean, there's 30 to 40 trains a day on this line. I don't know if they're just getting stressed, if it's the heat, but I don't know what's wrong with those rails. They look weird. Right now, I'm pretty sure Norfolk Southern, which is Norfolk Southern runs the other side of this neighborhood here. They have a yard in Conneaut, and they're doing some switching. I don't know if they are anymore, but a few minutes ago they were. AWVR, what region do you rail fan at? Two to three times a year. That's, wow, that sucks. I'm quite fortunate that I have four different railroads in the area I live in. I live in Erie County, PA. I'm not giving you my exact town or address because that would be dumb. But I have the Buffalo and Pittsburgh, the rail fan. CSX, right, like where we're rail fan right now. Norfolk Southern and Canadian National. All those railroads run through Erie County, PA. CSX I ran on most because they have the most traffic. In Buffalo and Pittsburgh, I don't rail fan them yet because they aren't. I live on west side of Erie, and Buffalo and Pittsburgh is east side of Erie. So yeah, 2 to 3 times a year. The Canadian National Line, which is the Bessemer subdivision, they have a local that runs once a month. I was fortunate to catch it. You can see it on my channel if you want to check it out. It was posted in January, I think. But I was on my way to get a haircut, and boom, there it is. There's the plastics train. Yeah, I'm typically rail fanning in here. This is where you'll see most of my live streams. And you've probably seen where I rail fan on CSX most. Literally in the middle of nowhere. But yeah. No traffic so far. Haven't seen any heritage units on the app. So, this line's been lacking some heritage units lately. I haven't caught a heritage unit in, well, it's been a few days actually. I caught Norfolk Southern 911 in the yard over there. They were doing their firefighter training. It's actually not that bad out right now. I think it's like 70 something degrees. Hit 100 degrees not too long ago. A couple of days ago, it hit 100 degrees. Man, did that suck. XATSF blue bonnets. That's really cool. I've never seen a bluebonnet before. Do they still show the Santa Fe logos and everything, or are they patched? It's one thing if they're patched, but another if they're unpatched. Oh, they are still switching. They're patched. Okay, still cool though. I'm gonna when I go down to Florida. I've seen some railroad museums. Man, I seen this Southern Railroad E unit in their green paint scheme. Man, that thing looks so good. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a big fan of E and F units. Like when I missed an F9, New Haven F9 that was trailing on a CSX train right on this track right here, and I missed it because there were so many trains that were going down the tracks, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm taking a break from Railfan, and the next train, I'm not even kidding you, the next train, New Haven F9 unit comes by, and I'm like, I telling you, I think a CSX train is coming. I hear a K5HL. If you know me, I like Gevos. That's right. I'm a Gevo fan. Is the BJ Railroad, is that the only railroad you can rail fan? Oh, we got an airplane. Looks like a Cessna. Oh, I get to rail fan on Class 1 railroads. Oh, I think that's Norfolk Southern, actually. The gates aren't going down. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, there's the plane. Yeah, and you only get to see. I'm from Mexico. I'd like to go to Mexico to see some Ferromex power. I'm gonna ask my grandpa if we can go over to the Norfolk Southern line because I hear a K5HL and live streams don't take up my storage on my phone unless they take less storage. So we might go on a car ride to Norfolk Southern's yard. I'll give you a little yard tour in a legal way. I know they just did a crew change not too long ago. And this train is heading westbound. Hey, Grandpa, do you think we can go to the Norfolk Southern tracks?
Yeah.
Seems to be no action on those CSX. And obviously I've seen more Norfolk Southern trains than I did on CSX. So, and I'm wearing the appropriate shirt.
I got the appropriate license.
Yeah. Alright, we're going on a car trip to Norfolk Southern's yard in Conneaut.
Whoa, fucking car. Motherfuckers. Fucking park in front of your fucking house. Park in your fucking driveway, you motherfucker. Almost fucking hit that fuck.
Oh.
What?
It says I have bad luck because when I do see trains, I never see the locomotives. It only catches like the end of the trains and that. He only.
Friend of yours?
Yeah. He only sees On the railroad he rail fans on, he only gets 2 to 3 trains a year. Yeah,
Where the hell's he at?
I'm not sure. He says he rail fans on the BJ Railroad.
PJ Railroad? Never heard of it.
I'll have to look it up. But yeah, 2 to 3 trains a year. That's how rail fan on the Buffalo and Pittsburgh Railroad. I mean, I only seen one train on that line once, ever. And I couldn't record it. Yeah, we just missed that train. Literally.
It's gone.
It's just gone right there. The signals are still down. They're going right back up. Well, I think they might still be switching. Because I did hear their horn, but they might not yet also. The name of the railroad is the Baja California Railroad. So he lives in, Baja California. He's from Mexico.
Is that who you're talking to on the phone?
Live stream.
Oh. Well, as soon as we get over there to the yard, the
And
train's
there's
going to
be
come
a
by on the other
CSX train. Oh yeah, I do know the hours for the museum in Kanya. It's Thursdays through Sundays at 12 to 5. Kind of sad that this used to be a booming town with a big old railroad with 2 turntables in 1 yard. That's crazy. They were pretty decently sized ones, weren't they?
Yeah. All kinds of service buildings.
I mean, you had New York Central, Nickel Plate, Norfolk and Western. You have like tons of railroads in this one town. Although, sometimes trains that are going westbound trains will stop for an eastbound train. Wait, is it?
Here?
I don't know. I always get confused around this area. Oh, I guess it is this one. Alright, never mind. At least the sun should be, more this way now. Of course, the train's probably not going to be moving. But
Driving in the sun all morning.
I wish the sun would just be right on top. Right.
That's it.
Or at least a cloudy day, a relatively cloudy day would be good. And first, it would make it less hot out. And the sun wouldn't be in the way. And the railroad also only has two locomotives, 2 B-23-7s. There's the train.
Is that one pulling out?
Well, its headlight's still on. Orlando also has ex Santa Fe power. Here it is. Beautiful SD40E. Conneaut switcher. '6327. You got Norfolk Southern GP40-2 in the back. Yeah. The GP40-2 in the back there, which is kind of hard to see, is 3025, and that Union Pacific locomotive is 6074. Pretty sure it's an AC44 or it's a Jibo. gonna get in this shade here. No, that doesn't really help. Yeah, it's the sun. The sun makes it horrible to see. I guess you can kind of see it for me. Hello, Ashton Studios Productions. Came just in time. Got the cognac switcher here. They've been switching here for about an hour, I think. We got an SD40E switching. We got SD40E 6327, Union Pacific 6074, and Norfolk Southern 3025 GP40-2 in the back there. Kind of hard to see. Lead number is 6327. It's an SD40E. We just missed a Norfolk Southern intermodal. I think it was an intermodal. It was a eastbound. Hopefully it lets a... No, it was a westbound.
Eastbound. East.
Yeah, east. Hopefully it lets a westbound
What?
through here. Because sometimes the eastbounds stop down at the end of the siding over in West Springfield and let eastbounds go through.
Westbound.
Westbounds. Longhood. 2 red dots. Oh, those might be marker lights. I think 3025 used to be a Conrail locomotive. 3025 in the back over there, that used to be a Conrail.
So what, those Union Pacifics never left?
There's only the one Union Pacific now, 6074. So I don't know what happened to the other two. Probably like stored in Erie or Buffalo or something. Oh, 3024 is the... I'm going to cross the tracks real quick in a very safe manner. You can see the stars here. They got nicknames. Hey, I like it when locomotives have nicknames. It's all red that way. All red signals down there. But we got yellow over red here. Yes, I am by there. It's actually right across the road and then that way. Next to the CSX tracks. Which we were just rail fanning. Rail. Anyways. We got a box. Hot box, I think. I don't know. I don't know what these are called. Yeah. Maybe we'll drive by the CSX tracks on our way home. And we get to see nickel plate 755. Man, that is a beautiful. Clothes are more important than trains. Man, that clothes are more important than trains? Really? What is her mindset? I think 6327 is maybe waiting for a westbound. And that is if and that eastbound train stops. And if that eastbound train stops, we're in business. Yeah, this used to be a booming yard, by the way, as well. This yard in a 1950s photo spanned all down there, and it had two turntables and two roundhouses, decent sized turntables as well. So this yard was, yeah, I know the light is horrible. I think I'm gonna cross back over the tracks. Yeah, it is. We're gonna go on the other side of the tracks again in a very safe manner. Right by this pole, there we go. Now we are out of the sun. I don't know, but yeah, this yard used to be huge. CSX runs way more often. Norfolk Southern is like a short line railroad through here compared to CSX. I think Norfolk CSX runs like 30 to 40 trains a day. Norfolk Southern is like 12 trains a day. But Norfolk Southern also has the switching, so you probably won't be seeing a lot of CSX switching. Although I do have a good amount of CSX locals on my channel with the same engineer as well in same unit. The engineers always give me warm shows. You know, AWVR fan, you've got to save up for a car, because if you start saving up for a car, by when you're 16, you can rail fan all you want. I don't know how far you are from your line, but I mean, if you have a bike as well, I guess. Again, it depends on how far you are. I'm just gonna let you guys listen to the Norfolk Southern SD40E rumbles. I don't know if you guys can hear the engine, the prime mover on the SD40E. I don't know how good the audio quality is on this, but I'm scared of bikes. Can you guys hear the SD40? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I definitely like their EMD prime movers. I don't know, I can't see anybody in there. I don't think there is anybody in the train. I think they tied it down. Well, they just shut it off.
Yes, for the night.
Yeah. I say we go over to the CSX tracks again. Is there anywhere we can park, like right, like at that crossing over there?
By the museum. Right by the train museum.
Yeah. Going back to CSX because they just turned off the switcher. We're gonna do some real fun at the museum.
Here comes the next front. It's going to be a muggy day. Showers and thunderstorms on the forecast, especially during the afternoon. High in the low to mid 80s. 19th First Alert Meteorologist Jeff Tanchak with a check of your forecast.
We're back to the mix. Powered by Classic Auto Group. From Ashtabula to Cleveland to Akron. You might be closer to a new or used vehicle.
I don't
than
think
you
your
think.
mom just
Visit
wants to have you go real
driveclassic.com
fan
to learn more. Mix 97.1.
Just go. Good my way. Don't look like it. Gotta see one of the most beautiful locomotives I've ever seen in my life. We're gonna get some good shots here if there's any CSX traffic. Look at that beautiful Bessemer caboose and Bessemer. Wine 2 coming my way. Where at? Where and when? Yeah. Bessemer. I'm such a foamer for this locomotive. Bessemer. That's in Buffalo. I think I might have seen it. It might have been like 7 hours ago. How long ago was that report? Look at that locomotive. By far, one of the most beautiful locomotives I have seen ever. And it just sits out here. 7 hours ago. I think it already passed here. 765, yeah, I could have, but I didn't. But hey, it's one of Cuyahoga. Nice. I'm jealous. Look at the bell. And the headlights, the marker lights, just really, like for all steam train excursions, including Big Boy. Man, that's a beautiful locomotive. Oh man, that's not good. On winter break, that could be good. Big Boy will still run on the mail. Thank the Lord. Big Boy is one of the. I have a shirt that says "Roll on, Big Boy." You guys will see it someday. I'm kind of. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure that's in New York, if I'm not mistaken. Do you, Ashton Studios? Holy moly! Look at that, Peter. Anyways, would you want to look on the Northeast Pennsylvania rail cam? It's the Lakeshore Railway Museum. That's about an hour away from where I'm at in Conneaut. Alrighty then. I'll look at that locomotive. Because I would like to know if there's any CSX traffic coming by here. I missed the Hapag Lloyd train, CSX I-166 and 165. CHI 425. I'm assuming that means Chicago. I'll put it on. Thank you. I would like to see some virtual rail fan in Mexico. They have it in Canada. Why can't they do it in Mexico? Lima Locomotive Works, August 1944. Oh yeah. Also Ashton Studios. Do you know what? Because I can't remember what locomotive was that Y2 you were talking about. You know what road number that Y2 locomotive was? Oh man. If you guys want to read that, you can. .466. So if you go on the Northeast camera and I guess quote unquote go back in time and see if, because what I do is whenever I see if there's any trains coming, I like scroll by and see if there's any trains in the past that I could catch. Normally before I rail fan, because I don't want to go out by the tracks and not catch anything. I wish there was a rail cam here. That would be amazing.
Get away from the train, bro. You know trains are dangerous? That one will start moving. I was making out that train last night. I'm
caught 905. Yes, I have. That's actually the first Bessemer unit I've caught back in January, I think. Airplane. I've seen Illinois Central units on the Bessemer subdivision. I've seen Illinois Central units. That was actually the first trend I've seen on the Bessemer subdivision is those Illinois Central ones. And obviously I've seen the SD70 M-2s. Here's kind of a random fact. Did you know the white paint on the wheels and the thingies there, those were actually used so railroad workers could see if there's any cracks in the wheels. It's kind of a random fact I learned. Awesome. We have a train coming. We have a train coming. Finally. Huh? Awesome. That should actually make for a pretty good video. See, having the panning over to the steam locomotive. I hope it turned out good. At 3 units. And a pretty nice horn. But sadly, you've got to be kidding me. The Cognac switcher is back into service again. I'm not that mad, really. I've seen it thousands of times. Actually, it might be switching over and going to Welch's, actually. Maybe. Yep, I think it is. I don't know what the heck are those kids riding their bikes are on. They're on something. I don't know what. Well, the signals over there aren't. Those aren't. Oh, they are now. That's not going to be the best quality, but. Also, that is a killer BMW, by the way. I don't know if you know, but I'm also a pretty... Nope, alright. twitching again. Oh, look at that. I get so excited every time I see that locomotive. You know that train is in service. You know that. Another four-wheeler. Those kids were weird. Action Studios. Have you been to Conneaut before? Saw a really nice car across the tracks. Look at that Bessemer. There's a Buddha wheel stop. Entire series. I'll have to watch that. I'll watch that series. I'll watch your series once. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be riding the auto train on July 1st. I'll watch your videos on the auto train, riding the Amtrak auto train when on July 1st. Hopefully, you will signal. Holy crap! Would you look at that? It's a like motorized parachute. I'm going to Florida for about, and I'm gonna, me and my grandpa, we're gonna be driving up, exploring museums and cool railroad spots like Elkhorn City, Kentucky. Oh, motorized parachute there. It's pretty cool. Cannot get, that is a cool, such a cool locomotive, man. Hello, Chessie Rail fan, and you just missed a CSX Intermodal, but you won't miss this beautiful Berkshire. Going on a cruise to Bahamas. Oh, fancy. You know, one steam train I would love to see is the, obviously we can't see it anymore because it got burnt to the ground, but that Chessie System steam special. I think it was Reading, that one Reading locomotive that was painted into Chessie System paint. That would have been a cool one to see. Too bad it got burnt down. What else we got? We got an old crossing signal. Reading 2100, yeah. Now we got 2101, and I think 2102 as well. You have to fact check me on that. One locomotive that I think every rail fan, especially every rail fan on the East Coast, wants to see is the Big Boy 4014. So my favorite locomotive type is actually the New York Central's Niagaras. Those are such cool locomotives. I love them. I think there's one at the Elkhart Railroad Museum in Elkhart, Indiana. The dude in there, the mannequin. Ooh, 1937 it was built. That's cool. And we ended up here. Oh, they weren't? Oh, that sucks. That's a bummer. Those are like one of my favorite locomotives. Oh, then we got that little guy.
FaceTiming again?
Live streaming.
Live streaming? Whatever. Wonder why they got a Gerard sign there.
I don't know. See that guy on a parachute
No.
flying? Is one of those like motorized ones.
Right. Air kites or something like that. I forgot what they're called.
Oh, the best Pittsburgh and Lake Erie built. Berkshire some pretty cool locomotives as well.
Where does it go?
That way.
Towards the lake.
When was this caboose built? It had to been like 1800s, right? Doesn't say. Mine was got here in 1964 when it was preserved. Now it's switching. Either that or they're putting it back into. Either that they're either switching or they're putting it back into their storage, I guess.
Oh boy, I'm getting tired, Blake. Oh. Forgot my wallet, forgot my phone, forgot everything.
Alright, well, I guess we can head back. Or stop by the yard and see what they're doing there if you want.
Good.
Maybe we can catch a switching operation.
You know what? Thinking when we get back to the house, I'm unload those tools. I want to take them to Florida with me.
Yeah.
I never saw that place. That was another bar.
Yeah.
Four Jacks Cafe. That guy's fucking selling. Those are both empty.
Yeah.
Shit everywhere. All my trash and shit. That building is straight ahead.
Looks like there's a there's a bunch of train. Yeah, step station. Is it?
Shut it down and fire it back up.
Now they're doing some switching around there a little bit.
Let's wait.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Still hot out.
We're back. Over here. Locomotive's now down there. I don't know if they're still switching. Got a SUV down there as well. That parachute over there, that guy parachuting or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Wonder where he takes off from.
I don't know.
Gotta have a landing strip or something. Farm.
Maybe.
I know what he does when he runs out of gas.
Well, I mean, he's got the parachute. There is some MW equipment over here, maintenance of way stuff over here.
It's over there.
Maintenance of way. They're at the ballast stamper. Try to get away from the sun.
But that thing don't go very fast, does it?
No, not really. Well, how much more those cost? I can't imagine it being too expensive. Oh yeah, Norfolk Southern's amazing safety stuff. Hello, lower New York Rail fan. Supposedly 10 years injury free. 10 years injury free, quote unquote. And 34 years injury free. I have a little doubts, knowing that it's Norfolk Southern. But, you know, of course, 10 years, 34 years injury free. Might be because there's no action on this line. The most action you'll see is on the yard. But yeah, I'd say that SD40's RPMs are going up. We're gonna see some switching today, boys. We're gonna be seeing some switching. They're switching for tomorrow's tomorrow morning's Norfolk Southern C62, I think, which is the Welch's train. They serve Welch's at Northeast and somewhere in New York. This train has a pretty nice horn. The conductor's using a car. That's what they're using to get around. I bet she's gonna switch that switching a switch onto this track right here. Oh, by the way, I did not flinch. Just saying. I don't know if you guys can see that Union Pacific locomotive. There is a caboose next to it, but you can't really see it well because it's covered up by some other rail car. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. Gonna be switching on to this nearest track here. Trying to move away for the conductor here.
Look at the bearings on those 2 of those tankers.
Yeah.
Terrible, man. Some are perfectly quiet. That's some hump yard action. Not really hump yard, but yeah.
same thing for this last tank car here.
Hear that noise a little.
I knew that person was gonna turn around. This one here is unloaded. You can tell because the springs aren't compressed. Look at the springs on that one, and the springs on that one.
Yeah. I can see that now.
Yeah. Kind of hard to tell when the train is fast, but when they're stopped like this, you tend to look at all the details of a rail car or a locomotive. I see a lot of these types of coil cars on Norfolk Southern. There's a lot of different types of coil cars. I know that for sure. I don't know when it was built. 2015. That's a relatively modern coil car. See a lot of coil cars. Some of them are built. A lot of them were built. Some of them would be built in like the 60s.
Right.
Yeah, Norfolk Southern does have a lot of coil cars. I don't see too many on CSX Manifest, so you're gonna be shunting this. Tank car over here in the back. Yep, they let it go. Yep.
That's the one that's making all kinds of noise.
That one was made in 2016. Oh, he's opening the coupler.
What did you just do?
He uncoupled the coupler. He unlocked it so it can be.
Oh, he opened it.
Yeah. They do it all the time.
What's that?
They do it all the time. Grab that from that thing in notch 8.
What's that?
From that thing in notch 8.
Connecting another one. Rolling away.
A bit noisy.
What's that?
A bit noisy. Horseshoe curve. That's also a really noisy place. It's just a one big curve, so it's all just that screeching sound.
Still
Back
going.
into the wild. I don't know why they are always putting hopper cars on that track there when they just put on next to that Union Pacific locomotive. Yeah, they keep the brakes on just in case. Obviously on low, so no, brakes are always. You can see the brakes, like right there.
Right?
Oh, multiple cars.
Four more cars.
That's cool. No, brakes are released. You can see there the brake is released.
Two more tankers.
Oh, trains all over. Came in just a good time. We got Norfolk Southern switching in the Conneaut yard. And this BNSF hopper car was built 1981. February of 1981. You know, if we keep the stream going, we might be able to do some nighttime rail fan in a little bit.
Living next to these tracks or living next to you?
I would be asking which is better. I'd be asking you what is better. It's more than a zero there.
All right, you ready to go?
Okie doke. Okie doke. I think we're gonna head back to the Erie West sub. CSX tracks. Bye, real fun there a bit. There's a dog. I'll head back to CSX.
He hasn't been by this since we left.
Yeah.
You gotta be home soon. It's gonna be dark and bugs are biting. I got a freaking welt on my arm. I don't know what the hell it was. Something got me though. Here comes my dog's down to just 2 green.
Yeah.
I'll take him all the way to the other side.
Yeah. And it'll be done.
Hard to keep all these things in line.
Yeah.
Order what goes where.
Yeah. And then after that, he's done. Yeah. You guys are switching to have the train going to the storage tracks. Back to CSX.
For the people that serve part-time in the Ohio Army National Guard, we are your neighbors, coworkers, and friends. We are your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters. We are the people you see in your community every day. While we serve part-time, we're learning valuable life and job skills that we can use in our civilian careers. We get up to 100% of our tuition paid for at state colleges so we can have an even better future. We are proud to serve both our country and our home state. Through every storm, every flood, every emergency that hits home here in Ohio, we are ready to respond and help our fellow Ohioans recover. We are every city, every small town, and every community. We are Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with the Ohio Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard, carried by the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station. Attention retirement savers. The top U.S. bank predicts a 2025 recession may experience without warning. According to reports, 2025 recession risk has increased significantly. 2025 is further prepared to 2024 pressures back to rate. Those offering no-free 2025 goals or credit cards should think about their bid against the matching rate solar for qualified accounts. Play 5596.go. Find out how you can help diversify your savings. Ask your local retail outlet at 5596.go. Performance may vary. Handle is consult your financial advice professional. Here's your mixed 97.1 North Coast forecast. A clear to partly cloudy sky tonight. Humid, low 68, and tomorrow, here comes the next front. It's going to be a muggy day. Showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, especially during the afternoon. Night in the low to mid 80s. 19th First Alert Meteorologist Jeff Tanchak with a check of your forecast.
Going over here, over there.
Probably over there.
You might be closer to a new or used vehicle than you think. Visit driveclassic.com to learn more. Mix 97.1.
Throw them cans in the garbage can over there.
All right. We're back at the museum by the CSX Erie West subdivision. 30 to 40 trains a day. Most of them are intermodals. Alright, we got quite the beast to look at again. Nothing much. Just a beautiful sky and a beautiful steam locomotive. Ooh, we got a CSX train coming. Exciting. Praying that's not Norfolk Southern. We just left from those tracks. Oh, we do have ourselves a CSX train. It is indeed a CSX. CPKC train. That should be that should be CSX 160 I-166, as I like to call it, the Hapag-Lloyd train, because there's so many Hapag-Lloyd containers on that train, on I-165 and 166. Yes, sir, W train. That's one of my favorite trains on this Erie West Sub, the daily intermodal, and it always has Canadian Pacific and Kansas City Southern power. And we caught it with some beautiful skies and a beautiful locomotive. I hope the quality was good, because that's a W video right there. Surprised to see we didn't see the CSX local, which is Erie to Bellevue, Ohio. Erie, PA to Bellevue, Ohio. Surprised we haven't seen that train. That train has a cool engineer on it, though. Always giving me awesome horn salutes. Man, boy, do I love how the sun just lands on the locomotive and like gives it that. Today's a good day to rail fan. We might also do some nighttime rail fanning for a little bit. And maybe tomorrow morning we'll catch the Lakeshore Limited. Might, if I can wake up early enough. I know I missed it the last time I was. And I can really only see it during hunting season when I go hunting, so. The one time I caught that CPKC train had an ACU leading. We are going to head back to home base. Rough in there a little bit.
Trained out. Really something. Middle of the night shit all the time.
Yeah.
Ah,
Them beautiful skies, though.
yeah.
That made for a pretty good video. I like how it shines on the locomotive on the Berkshire there. Surprised to see CSX is local from Erie to Bellevue. Didn't come by tonight. That train usually always has a pretty cool engineer. I like to call that train that went by the Hapag-Lloyd train. How many Hapag-Lloyd containers are on it? That train is CSX I-166 from Chicago to Buffalo. And that train will become CPKC 133, I think. And goes into Canada.
One that just went by.
Yeah. Then there's another one. They're both daily. CSX I-165, which usually has also CPKC trains on them, and that goes from Buffalo to Chicago. I think it's Chicago.
I don't know. Somebody just came outside. It says.
Can you grab some of these chills for me?
Yeah.